Hey guys, RC Flying got you here. This video is going to be on how I fixed up my hobbyking B-25 bomber. If you didn't know, way back in June of this summer, I crashed this on my maiden flight. How I did it? Well, it turns out back there, where if you kind of see that ridge right there, hold on, let me focus. You kind of see that ridge right there from the fuselage meeting the elevator. Yeah, it has a screw going into it. But the screws don't thread into anything. So this is the one thing I don't like about this plane, is they gave you screws to screw into nothing to hold on one of the most important things. So what the heck, hobbyking, whatever you're doing with that, it sucks. Just gonna be flat out honest here. That's a horrible design. But the plane is great, but what the hell? I mean, what the heck? Yeah, so that screwed into nothing, which I did not know about. It seemed sturdy to me, but then when the elevator took the whole load of the plane on rotation, on takeoff, the elevator actually flew off. It didn't come off completely because the only thing that was holding on was the control horns. So the control horns were pulled to hold it, and the elevator, without my control, went completely down because the control rods were pushing it, so it gave all down, and then on top of it all, it banked to the left and landed on this wing, cracking that right down the crease. So it's taken me a long time because that was a huge crash. The whole plane was in different parts. So first we'll start in the back and go to the front. The back I glued in and screwed in to the fuselage, so that's not coming off because of hobbyking's horrible design. That's not coming off anymore thanks to me. And then right there on that ridge right there, you can see that was actually the whole fuselage right there snapped in half, and this section of the plane was not connected to this part of the plane. So that I glued back together with this really strong glue. It's actually right there. I didn't use the exact bottle, but it's that kind of glue. It's been fixed for a while. I just haven't made a video. And then right here, it landed on this wing. The plane went kind of down, banked, hit this wing, and then cartwheeled. So that's this wing. It cracked, and I glued that back together with some of that glue again. Both props were broken in the process. Luckily, hobbyking was nice enough to give us 2 props, so I got that. And yeah, so that's one. And then in there, the gray part of that cowl, that gray part is supposed to be glued on to the ring of the cowl, because this whole thing right here, this whole thing is one piece, as you can see. That's one piece, and then this is one piece, and they're glued together. That fell off, and it was rubbing against the motor. I'm missing. Oh, forgot to put the screw on. There we go. And then yeah, so that was that. None of the landing gear in this process was broken at all. The doors on 2 of the 3 of them were still on. The front one is gone. And then right here, if you can't tell, there's supposed to be a giant cowl coming out, or nose cone. That was just shattered because it landed on this force, all on that plane, all on that part, and it shattered, and I don't know what to do with the front of it. The cowl right here, this is actually the battery hatch, snaps off, and then you can access the battery. That I need to, because hobbyking doesn't sell replacement parts for this plane. But there's actually a glass plastic piece that goes right here. That snapped. I had to replace that prop. That wing was fine, but all overall. Oh, and then down here there's some major cracks. You can't see it, but there's some major cracks. So I had to glue the plane back together, put in new props, and then make it work again because I was missing almost every single screw. So I had to replace almost every single screw. And then on my first test run, I just kind of took it up off the ground to see, and it was terribly tail heavy, so then I had to fix that. Then it was terribly right wing heavy, and then I fixed that, and then finally I took it up a few feet off the ground. It was ready. So, you guys have all been waiting for this. The remaiden of this plane is coming within this, between now and Saturday. Now, which is Monday, December 5th, I think, and Saturday. That remating's coming as soon as the weather cooperates. I'm getting this out here to quote-unquote remating it. I'll have full footage of it, full coverage, or not coverage, just footage, and expect that video to be up by Saturday. If it goes bad or if it goes good, I'm expecting it to go good. Everything should be good. So yeah. So just a little update. The B-25 has been fixed, and the remating is coming by Saturday. A quick other updates. About to go fly my polecat. If you haven't seen my RC plane rack videos, go check that out. More videos on their way.